Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your English language class, students. And today we are going to start a very important part of your English grammar, that is your tenses. Okay. So, in your last class, we have already discussed about verbs, and all of you know that verbs are action words. Okay. So, when some action is being performed, so always it is performed on some time, and this time of the verb is what is called the tense of the sentence. Okay. So all of you, I guess, know that tenses are of three types, that is past tense, present tense, and future tense. So we will take up each of these tenses and the other subdivisions of these three types of tenses. So today I will start off with present tense. Okay. So present tense has four other subdivisions, that is simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Now, all of you must be knowing the different ways of writing simple present tense, but today I'm going to discuss about when we should use simple present tense, when we can use the different type of, and how to use them. Okay, so today I'm taking up present tense. So let us start with the tense structure. Now here, as you can see, I have shown you a chart. Okay, so these are all the three tenses, and all the subdivisions are also mentioned over here, and here you will be able to see the structure. Okay, this formula which we use for the different tenses and how the sentences change. Okay, so here we have all the three tenses together, so it's better I just take up present tense first, and then we will go on into the other tenses. Okay, so as you can see in this chart, here we have the different formats of the present tense forms and how it is used in the sentences. Okay, so as you can see, the first type is the simple present or present simple. It is given over here. The format is of an active voice sentence. The format is S. S means a subject. Then we have the present form of the verb. Okay, the present form, which is also called the base verb or the main verb. So that one, and then we have the object. So this is a very simple sentence which is being used. So as you can see an example given over here, she eats bread. Okay, so she is your subject, eats is your verb which is in present form, and bread is your object. Okay, this is a very simple uh, example over here. As you can see over here also in the first column, see very one simple form is written, and subject plus v1. V1 refers to verb 1, so that is the first form of verb which is the present verb form. So that is why we write v1 plus object. So here it is written over here, he plays cricket. Okay, so this is how we use the present form. Now another thing is, you should be knowing this, that whenever how when do we use the simple present tenses sentences? So we use simple present when we are writing some kind of habitual action. Okay, habitual action means it is a part of your habit, like I go to school every day, my father goes to school by goes to office by bus. Okay, I eat bread every day in the breakfast, like this. So which is part of your habit. Okay, I read a novel 1 hour daily, I read a book, a storybook 1 hour daily. So this is part of your habitual action. So all these sentences like this will have simple present form. Now you will find that in simple present form there are words where with the main verb s is used or es is used, or simply the present form is used. For example, as you can see over here, eats is written, so the main verb form is eat, and we have used eats over there. Here you can see he plays cricket, and sometimes we also write like I, we use I go to school, so there we don't use any s or es. So there, depending upon the subject, okay, the subject, if the subject is first person singular, that is I, it will be the main verb without an s and es. Only in case of third person singular number, that is he, she, it, okay, or the mention of any person, then only it will be s or es with the main verb. Then we have when universal truths are being said, like for example, the sun rises in the east, the earth moves around the sun. In that case, the subject is third person singular number. okay, the earth. So that is why we use s or es with the main verb. Okay, so please listen to these examples properly. So this is how we use the simple present form. Next, we come to present continuous. Present continuous refers to an action which is going on at the time of speaking. Okay, when I'm speaking of it. For example, I am studying now. So that means what? When I'm speaking of the action, I'm doing that action. So what do we use over here? What is the format used over here? We use the subject. After that, we use the helping verbs am, is, are, and then we use the present form of the verb with an ing. Okay, so ing used with the present form of the verb is the continuous form. So with am, is, are used before it and the ing verb used, then it will be present continuous. And then we have the object. For example, as you can see over here, she is eating bread. And here we find he is playing cricket, as you can see in the first column. So the format is subject plus am, is, are helping verb depending upon the subject, and then we have the first verb form, that is present form, and with that the ing and the object. The verb will be in ing. Next, let us come into the perfect form. Okay, the present perfect. So when the subject, with the subject we will use the helping verb have and has, and we will use the v3, that is the third form of verb, which is also called past participle form. Okay, the past participle form, I guess all of you know, is the third part. For example, if I say eat, ate, and eaten. Okay, so eaten is the past participle form. Speak, spoke, spoken, like this. Then we have, if we use the ed verbs, which are the regular verbs. Okay, regular verbs always have ed added in the past form also and in the past participle form. For example, look, looked, looked, watch, watched, watched. So like this. And only the irregular verbs, they have a change in form in the past participle. As I told you, eat, ate, eaten, speak, spoke, spoken, write, wrote, written. So in the third category, they have a change in form. That is why they are called irregular verbs. Okay, so this is how we use the perfect form. That is, in the helping verb we use have and has depending upon the subject, and then we have the third verb category, and with that we use the object. Okay, so third verb category is the past participle form, which is either the ed verb or the en verb. Okay, as you can see over here, he has played cricket and he has eaten breakfast. So played over here is my regular verb, so ed, and eaten is my regular verb, so en. Okay, last form of the present form is the present perfect continuous, where we use the subject, then we use the helping verbs have or has, and with that been, and then we use the ing form of the main verb, which is also, as I told you, the continuous form, and then the object. She has been eating bread since noon. When we are talking about some work which has started some time back and is still continuing, so that is when we use the present perfect continuous. So if I'm saying since noon, that means what? From my work has started since noon and it is still going on. Okay, this is when we use the present perfect continuous. As you can see over here also, he has been playing cricket. Understood? So all of you, please go through the portions which are given in your book for present tense, and we will have a detailed discussion in the next live class regarding present tense. Okay, thank you students for listening to me. Have a nice day.